Hi, and welcome to a very special episode of Wallow Wallow News with me, Mr. Stitch. Hi! Miss so cute and fluffy. Today, we have very special episode, which is a game review. Mr. Smushy Hippo and our special guest, Vader Bear, will be doing an opening of a booster pack of Star Wars Destiny cards. Who will win? Mr. Smushy Hippo for the light side or Vader Bear for the dark side? Who knows? We will see. Mr. So Fluffy. Hello, and welcome to Wallow Wallow News. We will be opening a booster pack from Star Wars Destiny called The Spirit of Rebellion. We will be getting lots of dice and new characters, which will boost our already rather large deck. And hopefully, in a later episode, you will see the light side versus the dark side with me, Mr. Smushy Hippo, and Vader Bear. Shall we get started, Vader Bear?
Yes. Yes, we shall. And I'm glad those allegations of you doing that stuff with the donuts are not being taken that seriously, even though they're probably true.
I don't know what you're talking about. Me and donuts, we have a perfect relationship. They are tasty and I eat them. Nom 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 nom.
I'd just like to make this clear. This is my real voice.
Of course, I wasn't expecting anything else, Vader Bear.
I just put on affectation of breathing badly just for the movies.
Thanks for letting us know. So, we will see who gets more cards, the light side or the dark side. Obviously the light side.
No, the dark side. We don't want any of that terrible, terrible incest stuff from your light side.
Well, they are your children, so must have come from somewhere. So, opening the first pack. In each pack, we should get 1 dice, which matches with a card, and 5 cards. The first one is a book of some sort. We have the journals of Ben Kenobi, which is clearly a light side card.
Ben Kenobi, of a hermit who loves to look over a certain child in the desert. I'm not saying anything, I'm just insinuating it.
And we also got Imperial War Museum. Suppression. A new base, which we can claim. And bait and switch. So that was quite a good first pack. Shame you don't have a dice yet, Vader Bear. On to pack 2. Pack 2, we have a not very nice looking character, I think that's Emperor Palpatine. Yes, we have Force Lightning with your bro, Emperor Palpatine. So I guess that makes us equal so far. We also have Your Eyes Can Deceive You, Lockdown, which I feel like we all can summarize with at the moment. Hold On, and Parry. So, one each so far. On to the next pack. I think this might be another one for evil, unfortunately. But
Good.
We will see.
Evil is always better.
It is. It's Aura Singh, who is a deadly shot. Unfortunately, a villain. We also got a new outpost, Overconfidence, Trench Warfare, and yet another outpost, Ewok Village. Slightly more dark side now. We will see, plenty of time. Okay, pack number 3. We have a Stormtrooper. We have a Z6 riot control baton.
Good for clubbing Ewoks.
They do go down pretty quickly when clubbed,
Yeah.
I have to admit. So unfortunately, that's number 3 for evil. This is not going well for the light side. We also have sensor placement, air superiority, which I feel is a Republic card, a new base, Otto Gunga, and Destiny with my friend Ray on it. — 3-1. Need to even this side out. Pack number 4. We have... looks like a rebel. Temin Snap Wexley, who's a fighter pilot, shooting down all those X-Wings.
That's slander, and I will sue you.
Then we have Salvo, shooting at Imperials. Ammo belt for shooting Imperials. Double dealing to swindle Imperials. And evade for those tricky assassin droids. Pack number 5. The dice just ran away from me. We have Makashi Training, which is an upgrade. It's actually neutral, so we're going to put this in the middle. I could have done with an equalizer for the light side, but never mind. We also have Fair Trade, which the Empire knows nothing about. No Disintegrations, featuring you, Vader Bear.
My God, I'm handsome in that card.
Crate Dragon Howl. They're quite noisy. I dislike them. And Spynet. Some quite useful cards, I feel. Time for pack number 6. Pack number 6 unfortunately goes to the dark side. We have Guvian Enforcer, who is a villain. Stocking up your side of the board a bit, Vader Bear.
Yes, and I got him from Target, as by his face shows.
We also have Bombing Run, with some nice X-Wing bombers.
Great for bombing Ewoks.
Air Superiority.
What you need to bomb Ewoks.
Unyielding Loyalty, which shows all of your stormtroopers being lied to.
Slander, a gang.
And Salvage Stand, which
Good.
I think we could always use.
Yep, good for getting Ewok pelts.
On to bag number 7. And in this one, we have one for the heroes.
Terrible. Just utterly terrible.
We have Outer Rim Smuggler. Probably an old friend of Han Solo, I imagine. We also have the very attractive Leia Organa with Our Only Hope.
She was a disappointing daughter.
Bolt Hole for those of us that need to hide. Garbage I'll do with our wonderful Millennium Falcon. And Outmaneuver, which you tried to do on many occasions but didn't quite manage. So 3 versus 4 at the moment. Sort of equal. I'm sure I can persuade that neutral card to come across. Pack number 8 contains... brilliant. Another one for the light side. We have Rebel Commando, showing someone who looks very much like Leia.
By commando, we do not mean underwear.
No, we recommend wearing underwear. It's very important. We also have Imperial Inspection. Decisive blow with your grandson.
Yeah. Less said about him, the better, I think.
The price of failure with your master on the card.
Yep. I'm his bitch.
And finally, Arms Deal, with the unfortunate Jar Jar on there.
Just saying, that clubbing card looks very good at the moment.
Okay, on to pack number 10. Had to do a quick count there. And we have oh dear, another one for the villains. We have a DT-29 heavy blaster pistol. Pretty good for shooting Ewoks, I imagine. We also have Salvo. Overconfidence, which you wouldn't see with the Jedi, I'm sure.
Because they all got killed in Order 66.
Another one of Otto Gunga, so we've got Naboo covered. And it's our friend Rey, Destiny again. So in our next pack, we have a newly famous character from the Mandalorian series. IG-88, Assassin Droid, which also means another villain. You're stacking the deck against us at the moment, Vader Bear. We have them now. Synchronicity, which is quite handy for Jedi. Attrition. And finally, another base, Docking Bay. I need to pull some more allies out of these packs.
Yeah, no.
So, in our next one... another neutral one. We have Ascension Gun, such as used by Queen Amidala in the first film. Quite a handy piece of kit. We also have Resolve, with the nice Han Solo. Another decisive blow with your grandson. He came with his ship, Garbage Will Do. And Evade with IG. Going to move some of these out the way because the evil cards are filling up my table. So, only 4 light side at the moment versus 6 evil. Need to turn this around. But not with this pack. In this pack, we have another evil guy, the Royal Guard, who you see quite a few of, but don't really get to fight many.
Do you know they're not really ghosts as their costume portrays?
That's interesting. I was confused in the film. We also have training, which a lot of the troops don't seem to use very often. No disintegrations with Vader Bear again. Collateral damage, blowing up your own empire. And outmaneuver. Some pretty good cards again. We're working our way through these packs. It seems a bit weighted at the moment.
A bit like the allegations against you and the donuts.
I don't know what you're talking about. Those were all innocent donuts, and I was merely eating them. On to the next pack. We have another villain, unfortunately. We have a TIE pilot. So your ships can be manned, Vader Bear. We also got New Orders with Captain Phasma. Rebel Assault, showing that Death Star that we blew up twice. Your Master, The Price of Failure. And a new beach, Scarif. You know, where we beat you.
But we blew that up first, so that one didn't count. That was a draw.
Only history will tell.
But we were right, so we'll win.
Let's see if we can get some more allies here, guys. We need them. On to the next pack. And we do. We have our friend from Force Awakens. With Overkill. He's quite handy with that automatic machine gun.
Who will die from explosion very quickly.
But still pretty handy. For blowing up all those Imperials.
Do you know you're creating a lot of orphan children? You terrible, terrible rebel scum.
Actually, most of your soldiers are clones, so not really. We have Imperial Inspection. Spirit of Rebellion with Mon Mothma. What a lady.
Who's not really a moth. So she's lying once again. You just continuously get lies from the rebels.
We have Hold On, which is what we're doing at the moment, and Salvage Stand. Pretty good cards.
Where you can find rebel scum.
Well, we are opening the Spirit of Rebellion, so let's hope it gives a bit more spirit to the rebellion. In our next pack, we have... Another one for evil. With blackmail. I feel like you guys do a lot of that. We also have Momentum Shift. Quite handy in fights, I feel. Suppression, which is what you do to a lot of planets, Vader Bear. A new base as well in the cargo hold. And finally, Relentless Pursuit. Which is like me and desserts.
Did you know evil makes the best desserts? They say love, but really I put spite, evil with them all. That's why they taste so good. Num 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 num.
I heard a vicious rumour that the dark side has cookies. But I have donuts, so it's okay. Another coup for the evil people. It feels like you've rigged this deck, Vader Bear. We have Interrogation Droid, like the one used on poor Leia Organa. We also have Scrap Buy, quite useful I feel. Rejuvenate, showing Ben Kenobi and Luke
What
in
a
the early
pervert.
days.
What's he doing with that child?
Wingman, showing some of our brave fighters in the air. And another parry. Getting quite full on this table now. Next up we have another coup for the evil side. We have the famous Death Trooper, seen in Mandalorian and Battlefront games. We also got another Scrap Buy, Air Superiority, Loth Cat and Mouse. I like the cat part of this. And Tactical Aptitude. Quite handy on both sides, I feel. I'm hoping for a rebel in this next pack because I'm feeling a little bit outgunned here. Instead, we get a neutral one with supply line. Quite useful all round, I think, to have supplies. Then we have Friends in High Places, showing Mr. Jabba the Hutt.
That one just burns.
Bolt Hole again, for those who need to hide. Undying Loyalty, showing all your clones again. And Spynet. Moving on to the next pack.
It better not be another bolt hole. It's very cruel you bringing up my buttocks.
I couldn't help it. It's too easy a shot. You really have rigged this pack, Vader Bear. We have Lightsaber Pike, which is a dark side card. You and your lightsabers. You're quite fond of them, I feel. We also had Rebel, one of my compatriots. There you are again, Vader Bear. Now I am the master, showing you throwing down your master. Confidence with Mr. Lando Calrissian. And another Tactical Aptitude. Pretty weighted in front of the dark side. Now we have another famous person. Unfortunately for the dark side. We have Emperor Palpatine. So you can fight alongside your master this time instead of striking him down. We also got Momentum Shift, which we had earlier. Friends in Low Places this time. All those drunks that we could bribe to fight on our side. The Price of Failure, with the Emperor again. And Now You Will Die, which is quite reminiscent of the Emperor as well, I feel. Pretty good haul you've got there, Vader Bear. Okay, next up, finally, another one for the light side. We have Mon Mothma.
The liar.
A talented politician.
So a liar.
Along with her, we have Planetary Uprising, with lots of Wookiees.
Great carpets.
Improvisation, which I feel is your battle plan every time, Vader Bear.
How dare you? We have a very, very, very sketchy, undrawn out plan.
Garbage will do with Han Solo's Falcon. And Diversion. Basically the whole of the fight on Naboo.
Do you reckon we could sell the Gungans for sushi and start up a new business?
It could be an option. Nobody would care that much.
No.
And then the Naboo could spread out a bit and use all that nice water. I'm quite partial to water and wallowing in it. Okay, next up we have another neutral one. We have Force Push, which I think you do a lot, Vader Bear. I'm going to slip this under here because we're running out of room. And then we have Life Dead with Chewbacca. What a guy. What a carpet. Another Friends in Low Places. We kept being told to hold on, so we are. And finally, Protective Mentor with Mr. Qui-Gon. What an unfortunate death. Nearing the end now, I think. Lots of catching up for the light side to do. Ah, here we have an interesting card. It's Mr. Vader, Darth Vader, but Dark Apprentice.
I'm just saying, I was really handsome back then.
Shame about the lava, though.
You keep bringing that up. All those burns you do on me.
Well, it's good to do burns. Although you are a burns victim, really.
You donut-loving hippo dick.
We also got armor plating from the Mandalorians. Determination with Mr. Luke Skywalker.
I'm just saying, keep that. Maybe we should separate that card and the Leia card. I just don't trust those two.
Doubt with your mentor. Everybody should doubt him because he's lying.
It's really creepy to think he had sex at such a late age and had Rey.
It is very weird. Very, very weird. And finally we have Meditate, which I feel more Dark Jedi need to do.
No, that's for hippies.
In our next pack, we have another one for the heroes. We have a Delta 7 Interceptor. Good for shooting down all those TIE fighters. We also have Never Tell Me the Odds with Mr. Han Solo.
Probably because he's terrible at maths.
Manipulate with your mentor, who did nothing but manipulate. Another base to use, the War-Torn Streets. And finally, familiar to Miss Rey, 1/4 portion, which is all the food she had. Only a couple more to go. I feel we may have lost this battle.
What shows, kids? Evil's good, and evil is amazing and should always win.
But late in, we have another one. Further light side, we have our best pal, R2-D2. Having to stack them up a little bit now. Along with R2, we have Sustained Fire, which I feel Alderaan knows plenty about. Another Friends in Low Places. We have lots of friends here. And 2 new bases. We have the cargo hold and the docking bay. Only a few more packs to go. Got lots of nice cards to play with later.
I got even more nice cards to beat you with.
We will see. We're good at beating insurmountable odds.
Yes, it's very nice that you bring up your positive test results of your STD.
That was only testing how much sugar I'd eaten in the last 24 hours. It was quite high. Next up, we have another one, unfortunately, for the villains. We have Personal Shield to protect you against all us rebels shooting at you. Alongside that, we have Planned Explosion, because we like blowing stuff up. Lockdown with C-3PO. Battle Formation. And finally, Arms Deal. Definitely not weighted in favor of the rebels today. But we get another friend for the rebels. We have Jyn Erso, our friend from the new films. Along with her we get Friendly Fire, which only silly droids would do.
Or Americans.
Very true. Suppression, which is what the Empire was all about. We've got another Naboo Otogunga. We can go there lots now. And another 1/4 portion for Rey. Glad we're evening the odds a little bit here. Who do we have next? Another villain. We have Unkar Plutt from the new films, who was so mean to Rey. We also have Mazad Castle from the new films as well. The Long Con with Mr. Han Solo, bravely giving up his life for his son. Aftermath. And finally, Guerrilla Warfare, which we're pretty good at with the Ewoks. Can we squeeze some more rebels out of these packs? I don't know. Apparently we can. We have another one for the rebels with the uncommon U-Wing, one of our best fighters for shooting down TIE fighters. We also got Trust Your Instincts. Good advice, I think. Swiftness. Another Crate Dragon Howl with Mr. Kenobi.
The perv.
And a 1/4 portion for Rey. At least you'll have plenty to eat.
We can all agree Obi-Wan was weirdly obsessed with that child. Why is he obsessed with somebody else's son? My son.
Because you betrayed him and he wanted to make sure your son didn't cock up in the same way. Next up, we have another one for the heroes. This is a good turn of events. We have an A180 blaster, held by our new friend. We also got Traitor with FN218, or Finn. Another one with Mr. Vader Bear, no disintegrations. And 2 new outposts with war-torn streets, which we saw earlier, and the new one at Ewok Village, full of teddy bears.
We so should have destroyed Endor.
But we blew up your Death Star before you could. Ha 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 ha. Ah, another one for the light side. I think we've just left the rebels to last. We have Jedi Acolyte. He looks like an interesting fellow. We also got Fair Trade. Wonder if it was. Another bolt hole.
You obsessed with my ass.
I am. Trench Warfare, which we had a lot of. And an arms deal. On to the last 4 remaining packets. Honestly guys, this will end soon. In the next pack we have another hero. We have Maz Cantana. Good old Maz, helping us in The Force Awakens.
The woman with butthole eyes.
Well, we can't all be supermodels like Mr. Smushy Hippo. We also got some more armor plating with the Mandalorians. Lockdown, which everyone's feeling right now. Great Dragon Howl, Mr. Obi-Wan. And a new one with bait and switch with the Trade Federation. Those were sneaky guys. Who will win, Vader Bear? Who will win?
Me. Obviously me.
Will you? Aha! And another victory for the heroes. With Luminara Unduli, famous from the Clone Wars. Catching up with you, Vader Bear. Next up we have Cheat, which I would never do. Rejuvenate with Mr. Kenobi and Luke again.
What a perv. What a perv.
Another cargo hold. And finally, Meditate. Which is quite a helpful card, I think. On to the penultimate pack. Unfortunately, it's a villain this time. We have Command Shuttle, which you landed in when you went to see Luke. Quite a nice ship, I have to say. Here we have quite a touching card caution, picturing young you and your master.
Caution. Very apt. Having a picture of Obi-Wan touching a very young child.
We also have Decisive Blow with your grandson. A very fitting card, High Ground, with you about to get burned. And lastly, Relentless Pursuit, which we all know Mandalorians are quite famous for. And our very last pack for today's unopening. We have a second command shuttle. You do like your command shuttles, Vader Bear. Along with it, we got a guard with Mr. Obi-Wan, another Rejuvenate.
He just can't stop it.
Aftermath. And finally, we have Scarif Beach again. Well, that was a really good opening. And final results, we have Light Side with 14 dice versus Dark Side with 19, I believe.
Ha, suck it, you donut bastard.
I will see you on the battlefield for that comment, Vader Bear.
Bring it.
I will take you down with my other allies, and you will fail.
No, you won't. I'm not your mum.
She gave me donuts. And that, I'm afraid, is all we have time for today on Wallow Wallow News. Good night and good wallowing. Like and subscribe to see more Wallow Wallow news. And stay tuned for another episode watching me versus Vader Bear, Star Wars Destiny. Good night.